I'm Jim Gary, and welcome to Batilipi's Workshop. The brake light switch on Workhorse motorhome chassis, as well as early model GM trucks, is located under the dash, and it interacts with the brake pedal to turn the brake lights on and off appropriately. Next to this switch is another switch that interacts with the cruise control if you have one, so that if you press the brake, it disengages the cruise control. My year 2000 Workhorse-based motorhome has a very simple setup. Others may be a bit more complicated. Even before I redid the entire brake system, my brake lights didn't turn off reliably when the pedal was up, and the new master cylinder and Hydroboost I installed in earlier videos affected the brake linkage, making the problem even worse. I found that the two switches are easily adjustable, so I show you how I readjusted mine to work properly. Please be aware that you also need to be sure the brake linkage points are free to move, as sometimes brake light issues stem from too much friction in the linkage points, so you may have to check the linkage if your brake pedal does not return all the way up when the brake pedal is released. And please remember, I'm a biologist, not a mechanic. I'm showing you what I did, not what I think you should do. So please consult with a professional mechanic before doing any brake work. And as always, I welcome comments and suggestions you may have. If you found this interesting, there are links to my other videos in the description below. So please like and subscribe. Now let's get on with the video. So we're at the dash here. There's the steering wheel, and here's under the dash. And these are the switches here. One on the left here, and then one on the right here. And the brake pedal down here has a projection, a metal bar that comes up on the back side of here behind the switches and pushes the switch buttons, and I'll show you those a little bit later. But this is the one on the left that does the cruise control, disengages the cruise control, and this is the right one that turns off and on the brake lights. You need to know that the switch on the left itself is normally off, but when the button is pushed in, it turns on. The switch on the right itself is normally on, but when the button is pushed in, it turns off. Both switches are pushed in when the brake pedal is all the way up, and both are released when you apply the brake. But they work differently, so here's how I think the two switches work, and please let me know in the comments if I got it wrong. So, the switch on the left is for the cruise control. When the brake pedal is all the way up, the switch is pushed down, and when pushed down, it is sending current to the cruise control, telling it you are not using the brake. Then when the brake pedal is pushed, the switch is released and it stops sending current, and that lack of current tells the cruise control to disengage. And the switch on the right is for the brake lights, and it's more straightforward. When the brake pedal is all the way up, the switch is pushed down, and thus the brake lights are off. But when you apply the brake pedal or you push the brake pedal, that releases the switch and it sends current to the brake lights, which then turn on. And I've had trouble with this vehicle always with the brake lights always on no matter what. And of course when I redid the linkage, when I redid the brakes, of course I changed all those. And it turns out these things thread into a fitting here in this metal bracket here. So you can control the distance that the switch end protrudes toward that, so you can reset it. And that's what we're going to be doing here. So this is the leftmost switch. It protrudes about 1 3/8 inch in that from that bracket. And at the end there's a button you can push down. That's the actual switch. Now if you look at the volt ohm meter, it's set for ohms now, and it's reading infinite resistance now. So this switch is normally off. But when the brake pedal is released, the brake pedal will hit this button and turn it on. So here's the steering wheel, and we're going to the right of the steering wheel down to this area. And here's the right hand switch. So this is the one that controls the brake. And it doesn't look like much. It's just sitting there. And then here's the hole for the left switch. That'll be this switch when we put it in. And it just screws into that hole, and you just turn it until you get the right depth. And originally about 3/8 of an inch of threads were sticking out the other end, and that meant with the new brake components I've added, it made everything it made the brake lights always on no matter what I did. Now let's take a look underneath. So there you can see the threaded part that's sticking out the other end, and that works fine. You can see the little button, the black button in this case, and when I release the brake pedal, that bar pushes gently on that little button there, and that turns off the brake lights. You push down on the brake, that button's released, and it turns on the brake lights. And that's all there is to it. The other one is going to go in the slot next to it, and that one I believe is for the cruise control. So I'm going to go ahead and set that the same distance out as the brake light switch. So I got it screwed in, and I could look underneath and see, and on the left there. So push on the brake, it releases the switch, and when you let the brake up, it pushes in the switch. So it's that little bar going across the top. Brakes in, switches are out, one's on and one's off. And you release the brake, switches are engaged, and the opposite one's on and the opposite one's off. So that's it. It's that simple. So there's it with the wires put back in. Of course I have to do some wire management down there. But now let's go out. So right now the brakes are up. So the brake lights should be off. Let's go out and check. And you can see very clearly that the brake lights are off, both sides. So to engage the brake, I've just got a 1x2 which can be pushed down, and that'll set the turn as if somebody's on the brake, and then I just have to put a clamp on it to hold it there. There we go. That clamp's holding it, so the brake is depressed. So now let's go out and see if the brake lights are on. They should be on. And sure enough, the brake lights are all on, so we're good to go. The third light up there is on too, so that's all pretty good. And I won't be able to check the cruise control until we get the vehicle running down the road again. Well, what I thought would be a difficult project turned out to be fairly simple for a change. And what I did should be applicable to Workhorse chassis-based motorhomes as well as many early model GM trucks. Remember, if your brake lights don't turn off when the brake is released, it could be due to problems in the linkage between the Hydroboost and the brake pedal, or it could be a failure of one of the switches, or you could just need to adjust the position of the switches as I did, especially if you've replaced the master cylinder or the Hydroboost. I've put links to the other motorhome related videos I've done below. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you're interested in similar videos, please like and subscribe. Bye.